Hello and welcome to Shovel Knight Dig. Today is Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. My name is Brendon Bigley. Let's grab that slick daily badge. I want to see how I did, because I was in top 5 yesterday when we did the run. Top 10 still is pretty good. I do want to shout out some updates. I have made some progress off camera that I'd like to point out. Let's go talk to this guy. So we got, the standard armor, the stalwart plate, the classic blues. We got the ornate plate, which is the one I've been wearing, this gold armor. I unlocked this, the Conjurer's Coat, sacrifice protection for a higher magic max and harvest magic from defeated foes. Hold 2 relics, which actually does sound fascinating. I would like to play with that just from like a playstyle perspective. Then there's this one, which I haven't unlocked just yet. And then there's this one, which seems to be the one that everybody is wearing, the Combo Curious. Defeat foes and dig dirt to build your combo and earn more gems. Kinda seems like Downwell, like literally Downwell. If you haven't played Downwell, it's an incredibly well-designed mobile roguelike in which you go down a well, and your score improves based on how many enemies you can chain defeating. And this game, I think I brought up multiple times while doing these runs. Reminds me of Downwell sometimes. Ooh, I really thought that I was going to be able to pogo on that guy. So I like the idea that they built an armor set into the game that, like, pretty much is Downwell. And I can understand why people would be using that kind of ability in daily runs. It makes a lot of sense. As you can tell, I am not doing that. I want to practice with it first before I commit to using it, but also I do kind of like that I've established myself as the gold armor guy, so I feel obligated to keep that up. What's the... Shit, hang on, I have an idea. Come on, there we go. No, okay, that's not working. I don't know how I'm supposed to get that then. Oh, you know what? I know how I'm supposed to do it. And I need to go like this. Look at that. Alright, I could have done that on the left one. I'll know that for next time that room shows up. What to do here, though? I think I just run. Yeah, there we go. And I go like this. Nice. And I guess I just have to avoid those gems now. Wow, a lot going on here. A lot of secrets over here. Let's go into this room first. Try to not get killed. There we go. Ignore this guy. Okay, I did miss some of those gems, but it's okay. I want to give a shout out. So today's a really weird day, at least in Brooklyn. It's pretty much going to be the same temperature all day. Like, it was 65 at midnight, and it's going to be 65 by the end of the day. And it's so foggy. It's really interesting. Let's play this. Just wreak some havoc. I just went for a walk, and I was listening to, like, I don't listen to that many podcasts on a weekly basis, which may or may not be surprising. I think I've talked about this before, like, on Into the Aether, but definitely elsewhere. Let me see if there's a health upgrade in here. Yeah. I'm taking it. It's a lot of money. It's an expensive upgrade, but I think it's going to be worth it. My previous job, before the one I have now, involved working for a podcasting startup, and okay, grab that. One of my roles at that startup was pretty much listening to every single podcast. Yesterday I was able to break through one of these, which was interesting. All right, let's grab an item. I was listening to, like, pretty much every single podcast that people made with the platform that we had built, and doing some things like recommending ways in which people can improve their podcast. You know, like, I would reach out to them and be like, hello, I've some thoughts here, just because that's like one of my strengths. I think if you've listened to any of the shows that I make, maybe you feel that way too. Maybe it's just hubris. Who knows? But the idea of like branding and of making sure that like your show is like listenable and has like a good hook, et cetera, et cetera. Like all of these things. I was not expecting this. All of these things are, outside of the like content of the show itself, are things that can be improved. And not everybody has every skill set, when it comes to making a podcast, which is I think an important thing to remember. And sometimes you need some assistance on that front. I'm absolutely going to say yes. I really have like no money. Look at this. Really, really low-key run, monetarily speaking. All right, let's... Oh, shit. I'm not... Can I... There we go. Fine. Anyway, so that used to be my job. I would, like, reach out to people and be like, hey, your show is great. I think it would, like, do well if we featured it and sent it around to places. But also, like, we can... like if you made your cover art by, I don't know, for example, just like barely photoshopping some like Arial font text onto a copyrighted image that you stole off of Google, like we can put you in touch with graphic designers and like maybe help get you some new cover art, or on a few occasions I just helped people like rebrand their shows, things like that. Point being, I did that for about, I don't know, a year and a half, listening to just like really every single podcast. And that gets really tiring. And the thing you want to do the least after doing that as your job is listen to more podcasts like voluntarily. So for a really long time, I didn't listen to podcasts like at all. Like I was making a bunch, but I was not listening to them. So I feel like the Suave salve become more attractive, get better deals at shops. That sounds great. For a long time, I was not listening to podcasts, and I feel like the past couple years, I mean, it's been years since I've had that job, but the past couple of years have been me slowly kind of, I would say, having a more healthy relationship with the idea of listening to podcasts. This is a nightmare. Yep, already broke it. Great. This sucks. Oh my god, is this gonna be the end? I really hope it's not. I need to be serious here. I missed a cog. That sucks. Oh god. Eek. Oh no! Okay. Just run? Is that the move? Eek. No! Wow. Alright. Back to the surface. I'm gonna do another one. That was too brutal. I do feel like this is the trend now, though. Every time I... Oh, you know what? I don't have enough money for that new thing, do I? I need 1,500, and I have 95. All right, so let's just do another run then, and just like try and get as much money as we can, just like it's a daily. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I've been like slowly but surely trying to I think reintegrate podcasts into my life in like a more, like a healthier way, which has been nice. So I feel like just recognizing the kinds of shows that I like and I want to keep up with. Like when it comes to video game podcasts, I really don't listen to too many of them, if I'm being honest. Oh god. Okay. But one of the shows that I have been listening to recently and loving. And I was listening to it on my walk, which is why I was bringing up how foggy it was this morning while I was going to get coffee, is A More Civilized Age, which is by... Whoop. Oh, shit. This is a nightmare. No! Damn. Oh my god. What am I doing? I might need to do another run after this one. This is really sad. Man. Oh my god! Alright. I'm slamming that dig again, but we're just gonna jump right back in. Anyway, A More Civilized Age. It's a podcast, usually about the Clone Wars and some of the like auxiliary Star Wars material that is not the mainline films. They have talked about those. I mean, I guess the idea specifically is about like the Republic turning into the Empire. That's like the conceit of the show, and that's cool, and I enjoy that. But I don't really watch the Clone Wars and the like, so I haven't been as into that side of things. Not that I haven't been into it, I just really haven't listened to it because I just like know it's not for me. And again, I'm trying to not listen to that many podcasts. So they are, though, taking a break from talking about the Clone Wars to discuss Andor, which is the new show on Disney Plus that I have mentioned before in these runs, that I'm absolutely loving. I think it's like for real one of the best shows on TV at the moment. Like even outside of the idea of it being like a Star Wars show or a Disney Plus show, like I think it's just one of the best shows on TV. I think it's like actually prestige television, and has a lot of really interesting things to say, which, you know, I think it's easy to say like, oh yeah, it maps onto like our present situation societally, but it like really does. And I'm trying to not give too much away, but you know, it's about the like burgeoning rebellion. It's about like the beginning of rebellion at a point where the Empire, I think, believes it's at its strongest and that it can't be challenged. You know, the hubris inherent in structures of power like that, is that you can't be challenged once you've like won, quote unquote. And the Empire fully believes they've won, and Andor is very much about like examining, oh my god, this sucks, come on, there we go. Andor is very much about examining that and saying like, you know, I think the thing that comes up frequently, both like in the films but directly in the text of Andor as well, is like the more the Empire tightens its grip, the more slips between their fingers, essentially. That might even be the direct line now that I'm thinking about it. But point being, you know, as they continue to oppress more people, it just radicalizes more people into standing up, which I think is a really interesting conceit for a Star Wars show. You know, it doesn't involve lightsabers or really any of like the campy trappings, I think, of Star Wars as we know it. And is one of the most interesting titles entered into the canon in terms of like really just examining the fascistic elements of Star Wars, and saying like, you know, this is a thing that kind of has always been the backdrop to the laser swords and the space wizards. But it is worth like literally examining what our heroes and all of those other texts have been fighting against, and showing how like regular people within those really horrible structures of power can stand up and fight back. And that I would just say like the crew that is hosting A More Civilized Age is like so perfect to be discussing that. I mean, their takes on this stuff are like as exciting to me as watching the show at times. It really does feel like official podcast level. Oh my god, yes. Success. But also, I mean, because they're, you know, working outside of the structure of Lucasfilm, they can, I think, say a lot more about the show than probably even some of the people making the show would be comfortable with, you know, considering the Walt Disney of it all. Which is great, I think. I think their examinations of the show are, like, really special. Do I want the shovel or I want the axe? I'm gonna keep the axe here. And let me swap out. I'm gonna swap out the crystal key. Yeah, there we go, for an egg. I got the U-shaped charm, which gives me more money, right? Yeah. It's a great find. Nice. And again, I'm trying to not give anything away about Andor, like, from a plot perspective. Shit. Yeah, there we go. This is okay. Oh, uh-oh. Oh my god. Why are they just throwing all of them at the same level? No, stop. I'm trying to talk about fascism out here. Let me rebel. Anyway, all of that having been said, I think A More Civilized Age is great, and if you're watching Andor, it's kind of like a must-listen alongside it. Oh my goodness. This is relentless. Let me get the hell out of here. I have 1 health again. Hello. That's not helpful to me at all. I really needed some health is what I needed from you, my friend. Oh my goodness. I'm absolutely doomed. I think one of the more interesting, oh god. I'm just not even gonna try and talk, I think. Oh, getting hit again. Oh! Damn. You know what? I gotta call it. This morning is not my morning. Such is life. The last thing I wanted to mention, while I go back to the surface, I watched Kiki's Delivery Service last night. It was the first time I've ever stayed awake for the whole thing. Not that I didn't like the movie. I just think it's a really comforting and cozy movie. And literally every time I've seen it, I was comfortable enough that I just fell asleep immediately. That having been said, great movie. I loved the end. And I really didn't even know what it was fully about. This is bad. Where are we at? Top 20, but still not great. So go watch Kiki's Delivery Service. It's on HBO Max. And I think on Netflix if you're in other parts of the world that are not the US. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.